What is up, GSB? It's Rusty here. Some another night of great action. Oakland Otters coming into San Antonio to play the Stampede. With me is Pizzo, the Dallas Flying Stallions owner. How are you doing tonight?
Hello, hello, Rusty. Hello, GSB. Doing good here. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Always excited to watch some GSB action, especially the Oakland Otters. See how they respond coming off of a loss, and see if San Antonio can bounce back and try to get a win.
Yeah, it should be a good matchup here. On paper, it really doesn't look close. Let's be honest about it. You know, Oakland is coming in as the heavy favorite in this one. To me, the biggest thing to look at is on the rebounding side of things. Those bigs for Oakland, like just dominate on the boards here with both Gleasack coming in with a ton of rebounds as well as Storm. Let's see if the Stampede can hang with them.
And you said it, Gleasack just immediately get a nice dunk there to kick this game off. And just special shout out as they're not passing it in for some reason. That was awkward.
Think we got a little bit of a user error there.
Okay, we're gonna. Okay, just
Or do we start over because you had a player that was...
okay. Okay, we're gonna be restarting real quick. Okay, we back GSP. I had a slight issue. It seemed like Lloyd was like possessed, but we got some exorcists out there. We're all good now. So we got Oakland coming in to San Antonio. Visa, what is up?
Hello again, Rusty. Hello, GSB. Just happy to be here tonight.
Yeah. So what are you looking forward to in this matchup?
Well, we got scores on both sides of the floor as we see Stank running and throwing it down there to start the game here for Oakland. We got scores on both sides, but the bigs on the Oakland side are really the difference makers that I think could help Oakland pull away here.
Exactly. Oakland coming off of their first loss of the season, trying to bounce back. Meanwhile, San Antonio's had a rough stretch, but they're looking to get the upset win here, and they're looking good. As you may notice, they got a new scoreboard. Of course, they cut away from it, but a good foul here.
Yeah, once it comes back up here, everybody can notice it, but that scoreboard's looking pretty sweet there in the regional network here for San Antonio. Got that Texas flag and everything.
Oh, yeah. Love that. Texas pride here, strong in the booth tonight.
That's right. The stars at night are big and bright.
So, Texans, I won't, you don't have to get too much into this, but California team coming to Texas, okay, it's going to get rough tonight.
Yeah, definitely San Antonio will not be showing any mercy towards a team coming from Cali.
Exactly. Brony driving in, passes over to Freeman, back to Brony, trying to set up a play here. But Stank on the three, he'll shoot it. No good, big surprise.
Yeah, Stank got an open shot there, but that's the combination that San Antonio has to look out for. The Brony and Stank, both of them as leading scorers for Oakland. Does San Antonio have the guards that can keep up with them? On that shot, Stank wasn't able to make it. San Antonio takes it up the court and scores to take the early lead here. But long term for the game, we'll see if the guards from San Antonio can keep up with Oakland.
Yeah, so far, so good. Green coming up with the steal. He'll run all the way and slams it in.
San Antonio, we know, is the underdog certainly in this game, even at home. But they are a team that will not go down without a fight. We've seen them fight early on in games, certainly early in the season against Vice City. They had a great matchup early on before Vice City pulled away. They just need to find a way to hold on to a lead here.
Exactly, it's 6-2 San Antonio. Brony looking for the play. 8 seconds on the clock. I'll move it again. Screen set. He'll shoot the three. And no good. And Gleasack will get the board. Gets fouled by Lloyd. But Gleasack will go to the line for two.
Yeah, San Antonio is going to have to find out a way to box out Gleasack there. He is absolutely going to be a difference maker, especially if he can keep getting the rebounds on the offensive side of the court. That is not going to bode well for San Antonio.
Yeah, and Lloyd is a very good rebounder in his own right. He has exactly 10 per game. So it's a good matchup. See who wins out.
Definitely should be a good balanced matchup between those two. You hope, well, you expect to see the two of them banging and fighting for those boards.
Absolutely, it's Dan. First shot up. Good. Gleasack definitely becoming a star player as a big man. His efficiency pretty high in the league. Of course, he's got his rebounds and his defense provided. Oakland are one of the top offensive teams, which I think a lot of people are surprised about.
Yeah, a lot of people thought Oakland would come in as a very strong defensive team and didn't think that their offense would be the thing to carry them. And here they are, a leading scoring team in the league, as we see San Antonio drain one from deep. But knowing how well Oakland can score, being behind this early on maybe isn't causing too much concern, knowing that they can score in big chunks.
Absolutely. Still early in the game as Brony's trying to jab step, do anything he can, get Green off him. He'll get a little stop shot. Look, blocked. Good. Carr driving in. Stop. Got Stank on him. Carr. Turn around. He'll shoot. Gets blocked by Stank. Freeman with the rebound. Looking to push. He'll bring him back out. Dribbling around. Good defense on him. He'll get stripped. Gleasack comes up with it. Throws it up, and that's good.
San Antonio couldn't come up with the ball there, but we've seen them with the quick hands a couple of series already, stripping the ball away. That time they just couldn't hold on to it to get that turnover.
Playing very feisty here tonight. Green over to Carr. Carr driving in. Very capable defender on him, but he'll draw the foul. Jason Bourne and then behind, fouling him.
Yeah, if Carr's going to keep trying to drive to the basket, we're used to him taking those shots from beyond the arc. It's going to be an interesting matchup where he's got a little stank on him there. So just to see if he can drive through and get any open shots in the lane.
Stink Carr matchup. I don't know if I want to take that ride. Here, shout out to chat. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Shout out your team, whoever you're watching it from. If you're an Otter, shout out to the Otters. Stampede, shout out Stampede. You could be a Flying Stallion or a Shaman. Shout out your team, whoever you are. Always love to see that kind of engagement.
Oh yeah, we love to see the representation from all the teams here, not just the ones that are playing.
Our second shot is up and good. See what Oakland brings for this play. Brony dribbling, trying to set up something. Gets it over to Freeman. Back to Brony. He'll drive in, not having any kind of space. He'll get stripped. Green comes up with it. Running the floor. He'll go all the way. Good.
Again, we're calling out the quick hands on the San Antonio side. Tez Green, you do not want to be the one to give the ball up to Tez Green. You are not going to beat him down the court for a transition as he gets the layup there.
Brony unable to get past Lloyd. Good job disrupting him. Green, the stink on him. Carr calling for it, but Green not looking. Stink gets the active hand. Green gets it though. Driving in, unable to get separation. Cooper, wild shot, no good. It's blocked and shot clock violation. That's the sign of a great defensive stand.
Great defensive stand there. It's good to see the refs swallow their whistles on that one too, as they were driving the lane hard. Definitely had some bodies bumping there down low, but the refs letting them play through it.
Yeah, very physical game. Lots of steals, lots of blocks. Who that ends up benefiting in the long run. Brony over to Gleasack. Or Freeman for three, no good.
Not the best take. I would have liked to see him pass through that to try to find a more open shot.
Chambers getting the shot to get.
The transition offense from San Antonio is really impressive here, not just with the turnovers that they're trying to force with those steals and knocking the ball away, but even on the rebounding side. They're coming out quick and pushing that ball down the court, and you can see him score a couple there on it.
Absolutely, as Brony will hit the pick and roll. He'll take it all the way. He gets fouled this time by Carr. He'll head to the line. Oakland down by 10 points. Those San Antonio fans are not happy with the call.
I'm guessing a lot of people did not see this coming. San Antonio up 10 early on. We see Brony getting to the line here. Brony's absolutely one of those difference makers for Oakland that they expect to step up game in and game out, being their leading scorer. He's definitely a guy that they're going to need to convert, especially at the line, and you see him miss the first one here.
Yeah, must have had a rough flight or something. Oakland just coming out slow and flat. Brony a chance to correct his mistake. He does. 9-point lead for San Antonio. Green been a impressive player so far. I believe he has 8 points already. Lloyd down low against Dan. Great matchup there.
Oh, I would have liked to see him then bang down low.
Green floater, good. 10 points so far, 8 in the paint.
You know, you look for San Antonio to find a difference maker on offense, certainly to try to help them find some winning ways and go on a little bit of a streak. Tez Green is that guy that they need. They drafted him early on. They want him to be the guy to step up, and he's definitely got the talent there. It's just a matter of showing it when he steps on the court.
Absolutely. And San Antonio just coming out on fire. A lot of it's their great defense, getting steals and running in transition.
I think you're absolutely right. That defensive side of the ball, slowing down Oakland. Again, Oakland being the leading scoring team in the league, you didn't expect San Antonio to be able to shut them down as much as they have.
Absolutely, and we'll see if that changes at all through these subs, as Clark will have the ball down low. He'll get stripped by Hayes. Off to Green. Off to Carr, driving in. That's good.
It's just one turnover after another here. San Antonio again coming down in transition and just pulling further away.
Munoz driving in. Shot up good.
Number 21.
Green will bring back Alex. See the shooting percentage down on the bottom of your screen.
Yeah, with San Antonio up 11 here and those shooting percentages looking way out of whack right now. San Antonio with that high percentage, Oakland with the lower percentage. San Antonio still lighting it up.
I think that was a deep 2, but Hez Green lighting it up. 5 for 5 shooting.
Yeah, I was just saying that you expect these shooting percentages. They're going to balance out at some point, and when they do, does Oakland have enough to go on the streak to try to get this game within fighting distance?
We'll see as they bring it out Adi Nuff, who can be a spark plug for them offensively. See if it changes things. And Hez Green's still out there for San Antonio.
He's got the hot hand, so they might as well ride it as long as they can.
Absolutely. Storm inbounding it to Munoz. Over to Dynamite. Up to 3, looking for a play. Over to Munoz, driving in. He gets fouled by Stover. He'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, the Spaniard is driving hard to the basket, one possession after another. He's definitely being able to draw the fouls, too, which is great. Maybe you can put San Antonio into a little bit of foul trouble, but as you get to the line, you've got to convert.
Munoz, a wizard out there, conjuring up some fouls. Always impressive to see how he does it. First shot up and good. Still a 12-point game. Gonna have a very tough time scoring if you just now checking in. I can only imagine what Coach Stank is saying on the sideline.
I think at this point, Coach Stank is looking to get traded.
Chambers over to Bryson the third, right over the basket. That's good.
They're not wasting any time. As soon as they get that ball in there, getting it down the court fast. And maybe it's a little too fast here for Oakland to keep up with.
Absolutely, living up to that Stampede name. Up. Top of the 3. Over to Dynamite for 3. No good. Davis with a rebound. Almost loses it. Clark fighting, but Stampede keeping it. We'll have to set up a play now. Green. Over to Bryson the third. That's good for 3.
My goodness. San Antonio, they got to be shooting over 80% at this point. We have not seen a scoring like this from San Antonio yet this season, and they are putting on a clinic here at home against Oakland.
Absolutely, a great time to do it. As Oakland driving, it kicks out. Dynamite corner 3, good. Or no, he was just inside the line, so 2 points. But
yeah, fumbled the ball around a little bit there. If he catches it cleanly, he can maybe pull off the very open 3. He has to settle for 2 on that one.
Right, just good to see the ball fall as Bryson the third will miss that one. Monty Clark and the rebound. Munoz brings it up. Over to Nuff. Nuff shot up and good over Bryson.
Nuff able to convert there. Wish he would have gotten the ball to him a little bit sooner as he was cutting. He had some open space. Get that ball to him a second sooner, and he could have maybe even slammed it home.
Chambers for 3, no good. Nuff with the rebound.
Man, this could be the difference right here. San Antonio is just firing away at this point. The whole team has a heat check going on. but Oakland's able to come up with these defensive rebounds and try to set up their offense to start clawing their way back into this.
Absolutely. Munoz on the ISO, it seems. Over to Clark for a three, and that's no good. Adi fighting for it, but Bryson gets it. They would try to push.
Adi was coming off the off-ball screen there. They had him in some space. Again, they did not find him in time.
Bryson, no good.
Is that the third or the fourth three that we saw in a row that they're just quickly getting the shots off?
Munoz, no good.
Oh, this is just back and forth. We're playing pinball now.
Yeah, Bryson over the green. Still, he has played every minute so far. Catches the screen, shot up, no good. But Stover there to clean it up.
Stover, the big man down low. He can definitely be a difference maker. And he's very streaky as well, and so if they're letting him get the rebounds on the offensive side, look out, because he'll definitely convert those.
Enough for three. No good. Munoz with a rebound, shot up, no good. Storm grabbing that board. Munoz back on the corner. In the lane, he'll shoot the midi though, missing it.
Beautiful screen set up there, gave him some space and gave him the opening again, just couldn't get it to drop.
To Bryson, no good. Storm grabbing the rebound. 5 seconds to go. Munoz bends, shoots. No good. Oh, man. End of the first quarter. San Antonio up 28 to Oakland's 13. Been a great GSB action. We'll be right back. All right, we're back here, Bezo. San Antonio, they love their basketball. Can you tell me a bit about the city?
Oh, it's a beautiful city here. You know, everybody knows about the river walk and being able to go up and down the river there. One of the sites that we were able to check out is the Hemisphere. Beautiful area with a few restaurants in there, but some beautiful parks around the Hemisphere as well. You know, they've got some gardens there. They've got a civic park and a tower park. It's just an awesome place to go spend the day, hang out with the family, especially on a beautiful day as it can be in San Antonio.
Oh yeah, love the area. Got to visit Cooper, three no good. Time for rebounds, Bourne. Beautiful city, and they love their basketball and having a good time here. Hayes coming up, forget a block. Green. Still playing. He's not gone to the bench yet. Loses the ball though. Hayes comes up with it. He'll shoot it, and that gets it to go.
You love that mentality from Green. He's like, I got this team. Just y'all ride with me, and we'll start getting some wins.
Bourne, turnaround jumper, no good. Lloyd getting the rebound. Green over to the corner's Carr. Back to Green, over to Cooper. To Lloyd, Carr, at the wing, down low to Hayes. Do something. He's bullying, trying to work his way. Shot up and good.
I mean, you use the right word there. He was just bullying, just pushing his way down in the post to find an open lane.
Yeah, playing more patient. But San Antonio, whatever they're doing is doing it right. And I might get it down, tipped over to Munoz, and he'll get fouled by Green. Almost a turnover, but he'll head to the line for two.
Maybe this is where they found the opportunity to give Green a little bit of a breather if he steps off the court. Like, who knows if he's gonna give up his spot.
If you're a coach, you force him out, or if he wants to stay in, you let him stay in.
He might not give you the choice.
Munoz, Wizard.
If I'm not mistaken, this is Munoz's third time getting to the line.
I believe so, and we'll see a bunch of substitutions for Oakland. Gleasack and Stank coming in. Munoz is no good that time. Lloyd getting rebound, and Green's still out there.
Oh, man. Will not sit.
Drives in. Loses the ball. Will fight with Gleesack. And he won't give it up.
Oh, Gleesack's ready to fight. He is not going to back down there.
No, but we see quite the mismatch here on the jump ball. But Dan versus Tez. Dan wins it. To no one's surprise, I think.
It'll be interesting to see how this game plays out with the rotations, with Tez playing as much as he has here in the first half. Towards the end of the game, you gotta imagine that he's going to be taking a breather, and could that be the difference of not having him on the court if Oakland can manage to pull their way back into this game?
See, as Dan gets the rebound, shot up, no good. Lloyd getting it back.
Oakland just cannot convert right now consistently.
Oh, and Green will get the pick and roll action here. Finds Lloyd. Lloyd dribbling in, will lose the ball. Gleesack and Tez fighting for it. Munoz comes up with it. He's running the floor, and he dunks it in.
Yeah, they're not going to catch up with him.
Might be the spark they need. Seems like he's slowed down, and he timed that dunk right. San Antonio take a timeout to stop any momentum from happening.
Absolutely. They do not want Oakland to start gathering that momentum there and going a little bit of a streak on their own. Right now they've got them doubled up. They want to keep their foot on the gas and make sure that the Otters cannot catch up with them.
Cooper getting the ball. Green's still out there.
Oh my goodness.
You see in the chat, Colin can get out. He'll draw the foul.
He's doing it all.
That's his second personal foul.
He's been quite the leader on both ends of the floor. And some steals, running in transition, scoring himself, passing it. He's been easily the player of the game.
He's making himself valuable while he's on that court. And so, again, riding that hot hand, he's doing a little bit of everything.
I believe it was their first round pick.
That's right.
First shot. Go 33-16. Stampede leading the Otters. 7 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Let's hear from the chat. How many of you saw the game working out this way so far?
Don't lie. Brony. Over to Freeman. Brony. Driving in. On Green. Oh, the Euro step. No good. If Green gets the rebound, he'll push it up to Cooper. Cooper driving in, and he draws the foul.
Wow. Give him that man the and one. He earned it there. Wow. I love how he just went strong to that basket. Even though he had his defender blocking the lane, he did not stop, drew the foul, and managed to follow through and drop it in there and get the and one.
And I think no matter how this game turns out, Oakland will be running some sprints after this game and trying to work on that transition defense. They've been torched.
Yeah, that really has been a difference here for San Antonio, both off of rebounds and off of steals, being able to run up the court and Oakland not being able to keep up with them.
Brony over to Freeman. Gets it down to Bourne. He'll put up a quick shot, and that's no good. Hayes coming up the rebound. Green over to Cooper. He'll pop up and shoot it. gets the score.
It is amazing, these shooting percentages. San Antonio doesn't seem to be able to miss, and Oakland can't get anything to fall.
Yeah, everything's going well as they get a block there. Carr will run up in transition. Pass over to Green, wild pass, and Green will lose it, but keeps the Stampede ball.
An interesting pass across the court there. Oakland was able to slow him down and knock it out, give everybody a chance to catch their breath a little bit with all the running.
And Green working that corner against Brony. Over to Carr for three. Good.
And to nobody's surprise, Jim Carr throwing up a contested three there and getting it to drop.
Yeah, I know he was yelling at the beginning of the game. He's feeling great. He feels on fire. And definitely having a good night still. 42-16. Antonio, what is Oakland? If you're Oakland, what do you do right now?
You've got to figure out a way to slow down San Antonio. They've got to convert more shots, of course. But in doing so, that is going to slow down the Stampede because they're transitioning up and down the court. So it's a matter of things like that. Get your offense set up, get Stank open, get Brony open, get them some open lanes. If they can hold on to the ball, limit the turnovers, again, it's all about limiting the transition points that San Antonio's been getting.
Absolutely. And Lloyd will work on Dan. Pressured a lot. He'll drive in and eventually passes out to Snyder. Haven't said his name at all. Shot up. Man, good.
He's making you say his name now and definitely earned that one.
Good dribble moves and using his body to shield the ball. Brony. Over to Bourne. High post. Little bounce pass to Brony in the corner. 4 seconds. Gets the screen. Drives in. Floater. No good. Lloyd gets the rebound over Dan. Cooper. Bring it up. He'll drive in. Good defense though. And he'll shoot it and gets fouled by Freeman.
They are not slowing down. Like especially Percy, like we see him banging it down low, going at the basket, leaning into the defenders and drawing those fouls. We've seen him already drop a couple. He got an and one earlier. Couldn't drop that one, but again, gets a couple of free throws here and see if they can pull ahead even more.
And San Antonio, I think, 1 and 3. So they're coming in, might as well just be aggressive and attack, and the strategy's worked very well and kind of plays into their namesake as well, Stampede. Just keep running and attacking.
And running they are. I'm sure Coach Carr is happy with the way that things are working out here. He, as you mentioned earlier, he was saying that before the game started that he's feeling like a champion tonight and having a good night, and I'm sure right now he's feeling really good.
And Green is finally off the court, and we'll see if that changes things at all. It's already nearly a 30-point. Am I looking at that right? 30-point game.
Just about, yeah. Look, with Green off the court, he was the spark plug for San Antonio. We see Stover coming up there big, and there's Cooper driving in the lane. Oh my goodness! But yeah, with Tez Green off the court, you want to see Oakland try to slow down the Stampede a little bit. That's one less score that they have out there. But you've got to convert on your side. You've got to limit the turnovers. We just haven't seen that yet. And we haven't seen the consistency that we're used to seeing out of Oakland.
Not at all. Wild game. Spiraling out. Storm driving in. He'll shoot a little fadeaway shot. That's good.
One shot at a time. That is what it's going to take. Like they need to get a defensive stop here and just slowly start clawing away at this lead.
So is Cooper up and good. He's just unstoppable right now.
It seems like they don't have an answer for it. If it's not Tez, it's Percy. So what are they going to do to stop him? Like nobody has had an answer yet.
Storm driving in, step up, no good. Stover with the rebound, almost throws out the back of Storm.
Now they're just screwing around with him. That's just messed up.
On purpose. My goodness. They'll lose. No, they keep the ball. Stover will miss the shot. Storm comes up with it. Munoz trying to run in transition, but he'll slow it down. Try to get past Snyder. Over to Clark. Good shot.
There we go. Clark getting open there. My fellow Houdat from New Orleans definitely found a little bit of a lane down low. Called for it and was able to get the easy two.
Cooper shot, trying the outside shot now, no good. Munoz coming up with it. Over to Brony. Euro gets it to go, no foul called.
San Antonio should not get too confident in just having anybody just tossing up threes and messing around. Like, this is not the team to do that against. And we've still got over another half of basketball to play here, and Oakland is absolutely capable of shutting down San Antonio at any point and turning this thing around. It could happen, so I would not count out the Otters just yet.
Definitely. It's like you said, if they just start playing better offense, their good offense will be good defense because they'll force San Antonio to slow down and start running some more half-court plays.
Right.
As
knocking the ball around, and that's what you want. And if San Antonio's just going to start throwing up these threes, like, they're not all going to fall. So that's where Oakland can take advantage.
Clark!
Oh,
slamming
man.
it.
Monty Clark trying to take down the rim with him.
Like a bite off that rim. It's over to Chambers. Oakland on a nice run now. Bryson trying to set the play here. It's over to Chambers. 4 seconds. Over to Bryson. He'll drive in and gets blocked. Sider gets fouled. And he'll go for 2. Clark.
Oh, such an unfortunate turn of events there for Oakland. That's such a strong defensive stop. San Antonio is just trying to get the ball off before the shot clock runs out and able to draw the foul. But that was a very nice defensive set from Oakland.
Absolutely. Tiger into the line. Interesting free throw routine.
Yeah, going 1 on the side there.
Might need to change it. Coach Carr, he's still locked in. He says, far from over. Shot's good.
Yeah, he knows. He's been around a while. He knows that no lead is safe here in the GSB.
Absolutely. 25 points. Hey, it's never too late for a record-setting event here. As Dynamite almost loses the ball, but we'll keep it. 4 seconds on the clock. Dynamite will shoot the deep 3. Almost gets it. Davis with the rebound, though.
An absolutely awful set from Oakland.
And Chambers on the other
Once
end.
again, on the other side of the court, San Antonio getting open. But when you're down 20-something points, almost 30 points, and you have an offensive set like that, you might as well call it done.
Yeah, Storm will drive in and draws the foul.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
He'll head to the line. Storm had a few nice plays offensively, but it's been hard to really point out any bright spots offensively for Oakland.
No, they really haven't had very many. Only having 26 here, and we're about to close out the second. They need something to turn around. They need something to spark them. Coming out in the second half, I fully expect them to turn things around, but it's who's going to step up at this point.
Absolutely. About just under 40 seconds on the clock. Here in beautiful San Antonio, Texas. Watch some GSB action tonight. Monday after Easter. Storm shot up. Good. And Snyder over Bryston. Sizing up his defender. It's over to Snyder. Deep 2, no good. Storm with the rebound. Huff bringing it in. Tried to drive in. Nice Euro. And that shot's up and good.
Enough showing some fanciness there.
Yeah. This Bryston probably hold out for the last shot. Seconds to go. No dribble in, drive in. Shot up. No good. Storm with it. And they will just let it go. Shot won't count. Halftime, San Antonio 54, Oakland 29. Watching GSP. It's been a wild matchup I don't think anyone expected. We'll talk about that at halftime in just a moment. Okay, it's been a pretty exciting game if you're a San Antonio fan, but tell me what's been happening and what do they need to do to make sure they get this win?
There's one word I could use to describe this game so far, and that's parity. Just the league is just so balanced and so even. You never know what kind of game you're going to get and what kind of matchups you're going to get. Coming into this one, I think a lot of people just saw the comparison between Oakland and San Antonio and just automatically called Oakland. going to dominate, right? We saw the exact opposite. They have not had an answer. As you can see, the Stampede shooting 61% to Oakland's 35%, dominating on the boards as well. Nobody can say that they saw a performance like this coming. To come back into this game, Oakland, their scorers need to start stepping up. They're definitely going to depend on Brony. They're going to depend on Stank. Their two leading scorers. They need to be the difference makers and start driving the momentum for this team. Yes, they need their bigs down low as well, starting with Gleasack, starting with Storm, and the rest of the team can feed off of that group. And then if those players start stepping up, the others will start finding openings as well. But they have got to slow down the transition defense of the transition offense for San Antonio. As San Antonio is just batting that ball around, getting steals, getting rebounds, and pushing. Whether it's Tez Green shooting, whether it's Percy driving, either way, everything is falling for them, and Oakland needs to find a way to slow them down.
Absolutely, as they'll start, well, there's Stank with the steal, and Munoz driving in, dunk.
All right, that's a good start. That's one way to start clawing back, get the defensive stop, and start converting on your own transitions. Let's see if they turn the things around here.
Absolutely. See Coach Carr saying that you're going to pretend they're down by 10. Kind of mentality you're going to have, having blown leads before. Carr will lose the ball to Stank, and Stank will push it up the court. Up, trying to get against Chambers. A vicious block from behind, but Chambers.
Oh my goodness.
The foul.
Stank needs to duck before he gets his head taken off there. My gosh.
Yeah, always needed a new Iron. He really did need the Iron Man suit.
Man, Bam Bam just took out the hammer.
Yeah. Stank on the line for two. Slowly getting this outfit together. Seems week by week he's got a new accessory on. Pretty entertaining. Shot up. Oh, that's a... Not quite a doink, but...
Not quite a doink, but almost there.
Yeah. Bernie will check in for Munoz. Like shot opportunity here. Stank. Now that's a doink.
Yeah, it was a matter of time before we Stank. Stank
oh my!
There, as Carr finishes strong.
Yeah, that was a Bismack standing dunk by Carr. Brony over to Stank. Back to Bourne, over to Freeman. Back to Brony. He'll shoot up a contested shot, but that's good for deep two.
And that's what they needed. They need some of those outside shots to fall. Got to start somewhere.
Boyd ball at the top. For the Carr on the perimeter. Stank guarding him. A great matchup. 6 seconds on the clock. Gets a screen. Drives in. Carr still with it. He'll have to put up a tough shot. Damn with the block. Stank
Shane
comes up
Lloyd
with it.
came free off of that screen too, and they just missed him in the lane.
Freeman over to Dan. Stank running around. And he'll have a nice lane. Shot up. No good. Hayes with the rebound.
Stank's trying to be the player to take over this game, but not getting it to fall there.
And Brony will cause the charging foul there. As they followed up with one of his blocks. Must be some Stampede fans in the truck right now.
Gotta be.
Carr charging ahead. A little too aggressive there, and be Oakland's ball. Stank on the wing, guarded by Carr. And to Freeman. Over to Stank, wide open three. Good.
Now that was impressive. That's the Oakland offense that we're used to seeing. Passing the ball around. They get a man to free up. Happens to be Stank that time. Got the open shot and was able to drain it. That's how they get back in this game. Now they just need to get the defensive stops to give them a chance.
Tez Green will shoot the three. That's good.
Not the man to leave open, though.
Yeah, he's just been out of this world today. Tez Green. And over to Stank. Back to Brony. Freeman to Brony. 10 seconds.
A lot of standing around, it looks like, on this possession here from Oakland. Not a whole lot of movement.
And Lloyd will come with the steal, and he'll drive in and trying to run the transition. Dan, good defense, though.
Lloyd been working on his footwork there.
Oh, and a shot missed there. Brony will get the rebound. He'll try to push it up. And, that's something it doesn't seem like Oakland is giving them having opportunities, but they're not utilizing a transition offense very much.
No, not at all. And we see the opposite with San Antonio as they're running it. Oakland, it's slow it down, and even as they have the ball in their possession, able to drain it there, but you see the ball handler holding it for multiple seconds, and not a whole lot of movement going on.
And that was a signature Dan move. He had Stank wide open, but chooses to shoot him himself.
Yeah,
and
we may have seen too much Stank, that's why.
Yeah. And we're seeing these percentages start to balance out, like you talked about. As Green will miss, and he isn't able to get the rebound.
Yeah, those percentages are starting to balance out a little bit. You see Green miss the layup there. You got to wonder if his legs are starting to get a little bit tired.
Freeman, quick. Your Bourne gets blocked by Hayes. He's had a good game defensively.
Yeah. Bam Bam's just looking to swat everything tonight.
Chambers, good transition defense this time by Oakland. Green with the ball. Then up Chambers. Hayes coming up for the screen. Chambers running it. Put up a shot. He gets fouled by Freeman.
Another example of San Antonio taking it strong, able to draw the foul there.
Yeah, they've been heading to the line a lot. Just been aggressive, hacking.
Yeah, it's good to see Chambers get involved here too. San Antonio is being really good tonight of trying to mix it up. We saw Tez and Percy early on. You see a couple of other names starting to pop up here for us a little bit more frequently.
And that team coming up big. San Antonio has 24 transition points.
Amazing.
And it was 36 points off of assists. So they're getting the rebound, and then they're able to pass it up court and dish it out to the open man, whether they're cutting or on the three. Very good team play tonight.
Yeah, it's the off-ball movement. Those players are able to break free so that they can find those openings, and great passing from San Antonio.
Dank with the ball. Finds Freeman. Freeman trying to drive in a bit. It's Chambers. Put up the shot and rims out, and Lloyd grabs that rebound. Green pushing it up. Passes to Carr in the corner. Oh, that's no good. Damn, the rebound.
He won't miss that shot too often.
3 men, and again, Oakland slowing down to set up a play as they'll lose the ball, and Chambers comes up with it, running the floor. Carr will not shoot the three. Gets stripped. Dan comes up with it. Roney. Freeman. Push it. Bourne. No good. Hayes with the rebound.
Passed it maybe a half second too late, and even on the previous series, they try to set up the offense. They mostly just seem to be running into each other. I mean, that's just how tonight has gone for Oakland.
Absolutely. And good pace action. Green with some dangerous passes or dribbling as he'll miss the shot. Hayes unable to get that put back. Freeman. Stop at the top of the key. Get scoring drought. Dan has Green on him. Dan up, hook shot. That's easy.
They're just doing work there, taking advantage of that matchup.
And San Antonio calling timeout. They were up by 28 at one point. Now it's still a 21-point lead. What do you say in timeout for either team?
Yeah, Oakland's just trying to find an answer at this point, whatever that they can come up with, because nothing has worked so far. I'm not at the point where I'm going to count them out, but time is ticking, and it's not looking good for the Otters.
To agree is we'll actually see Green head to the bench. Kind of surprised. Ryston bounce pass right to the Storm. Munoz. Then over to Black Dynamite. No good.
Yeah, they can't come up empty on possessions right now. They need these points to just start chomping away at this and giving up the transition basket on the other side.
Yeah.
it's nothing will fall for Oakland, and San Antonio's just outrunning them.
Yeah, it's one of those kind of nights as Oakland will lose the ball out of bounds.
As San Antonio takes the ball, I got to call out the press table. I am loving seeing all these images pop up for the home team, as well as a little bit of shout out to PAX there with the iconic PAX logo that we see pop up. I love what those ads are popping up on the press table.
Ooh, as Davis will slam it in. What a great night to show up for San Antonio game.
Yeah, putting on a show here for the home crowd. The San Antonio faithful showing up for their team, and they're dominating here.
Definitely rather be here than a Spurs game. As odd enough, good set to go.
All right, does this start to gain a little bit of momentum? Like they have to take the little victories at this point and see if they can start building on them.
Oh, yeah, it's like you said earlier, you can only shoot it once, so it's got to get a lot of them go in a row.
Yep, got to get in the drop.
As Bryson will draw the foul by Clark.
That's his second personal foul.
Going strong over and over again.
And foul the Mohawks there.
Number 4, taking 2 shots.
This PA announcer's hyped up.
I think everybody's in a good mood tonight here in San Antonio.
Oh, yeah. Party out on the boardwalk. And Black Dynamite shoes. I don't know. I just now noticed that. That is some gold.
That is the definition of fancy right there.
Oh. Okay.
It's one thing to have shoes like that. It's another thing to be able to pull it off, and he absolutely is pulling it off.
Oh yeah. It's good. Yeah, I mean, just zoomed out. I didn't really notice, but now I can't take my eyes off them.
Oh, it's mesmerizing now that you pointed it out.
Meanwhile, you got odd enough, just some black socks and black shoes. Keeping it basic. Same with Storm.
Oakland keeps it basic here. Yeah, you can't imagine Stank or anybody else wearing shoes like that.
Oh, it's odd enough. A little step back. Deep range too good.
Look at those shooting percentages. Like, you knew it would even out. So first quarter 29%, and it's gone up ever since. But they dug themselves such a hole in the first quarter that they are just clawing and fighting and trying to scratch their way back into this.
Snyder, deep 2, no good. Clark with the rebound. So is there a number you try to shoot for? Like, let's be down by this number before the fourth quarter?
I mean, you want to try to get to at least the teens. It's been a long time since they've even gotten that close.
Oh,
there we go.
Enough. Again.
As I say it. So there they are. Into the teens a little bit. I would say you want to get to 15 or less if you can.
15 or less. Minute 22 to go. Stampede calling another timeout. Oakland has barely called any. They're just letting it run.
Yeah, San Antonio, they understand that how good of a team Oakland can be. And so they want to slow them down. And as shots are starting to fall for the Otters, they do not want them to start piling up or Oakland to get any bit of confidence.
Actually, Bryson gets the offensive rebound. Snyder with the now. Posting up. Nice pass to Cooper. Good. Yeah, call a timeout. Get Cooper back in.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with what I'm seeing from Cooper tonight. The way that he's driving to the basket and creating his own space to get those shots off.
Really dynamite. Hard by Cooper. Trying to get something. A bounce pass over to Munoz. Munoz shot up. Good. Oakland getting to 50 now.
Good take by Munoz. He was working hard down low, trying to find an opening to come off of a screen. Managed to get a little bit of space as he gets the turnover there, and he's pushing it.
Over to Dynamite, down to Storm. Good. Now that's the transition offense.
That's what we were talking about right there. Can they start doing to San Antonio what San Antonio's been doing to them all game? Just get a steal and run. And we just saw it there.
17-point lead. Bryson for 3. No good. Storm gets the rebound. 17 seconds.
Not the best look there.
Block.
Would prefer they held on to it a little bit longer.
Down to Clark. Mismatch. Shot up. No good. You have to go to the line and earn them.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, you could certainly say that, you know, Oakland could have held for the last shot and all. At this point, you don't have time to waste. Like, you need to keep shooting and keep driving and get off as many shots as possible to try to get this into an interesting game.
2 shots.
Absolutely, and utilize the mismatch they had and take some free shots. Clark. Good. 16-point game now. Stank will check back in. As will Brony. No, odd enough. We'll just shift over to point guard and Stank come in at shooting guard. Some defense for the last 10 seconds.
Which makes sense. Try to force San Antonio into a poor shot.
And Clark will hit both of them. 15-point game.
There,
Preston
made it to that 15 mark.
Yeah. Drive it in, Stank guarding him. Shot up, crazy shot, no good. Stank with a rebound. So here you go, 69-54. It's a 15-point lead. So definitely don't go anywhere at GSB. Let's see some 4s in the chat. Yeah, this ends. Back here in the fourth, definitely seeing what we more expect out of Oakland. The defense, the offense, everything was there for them. Still down 15, Pizzo.
I'm not ready to call it just yet. You know, Oakland, we saw them surge there at the end of the third, and I think that they can take this into the fourth. Make it a little bit more interesting than what we saw certainly in the first half and the first part of the third.
Certainly not Hoover as Bourne gets defender to leave his feet. But misses the shot. Davis for Snyder. Snyder to Cooper. Shot good. You know, I think something San Antonio has as a luxury is that during most of that run, Cooper, Carr, and Green weren't really on the floor.
That is true, but it's things like that that Oakland needs to take advantage of.
Absolutely. As Cooper gets the steal there, he'll drive in. Davis driving in, shot up, no good. Storm with the rebound. Enough to
Really
dynamite.
taking it strong. It's the whole team, all of San Antonio. We've seen them go strong to the basket.
Need is enough. Waiting for the screen. He'll drive in wide open lane. My goodness.
And the river just opened up there and was able to drive right through it.
Oh. Uncharacteristic, but definitely take those opportunities for an Otter. Cooper on the wing. There, Davis. Posting up. Over to Snyder. Over to Bryston. It's a screen from Davis. He'll shoot the three. No good. Davis gets the rebound, though. He'll just shoot up and get the 2 points.
Ed, if you're Oakland right now, you got to be cringing at something like that. You force them into a bad shot. The rebound comes. It's a long rebound, and San Antonio still pulls it off.
And they do respond, though, with Bourne, but you can't be trading baskets.
And look at those
See the
shooting
field goal.
percentages. Yeah, certainly Oakland picked it up, getting up to 67% here in the second half, and even pushing San Antonio down, and as they drain another three, it still hasn't been enough.
Back to 18 points. Liking how San Antonio is still being aggressive, attacking. Not enough. Driving in. Dynamite over to Stink. Back to Nuff. Nuff little spin move and driving in and gets blocked by Davis.
Oh my!
That was sent over to Dallas.
Yeah. I think it just landed in my backyard. Look, Oakland, I think that possession just kind of illustrates what this entire game has been for them. They weren't really moving the ball around. Good defense there by Bourne. But they're not moving the ball around. A lot of standing around. Nobody's finding open space. They're not trying to work off of each other. and they're not getting up good shots.
Yeah, definitely a gut check kind of game. Had a big loss last week, and game like this is boring. I get the illegal screen. I think this would be, it's kind of game to recenter yourself and be like, all right, we that electric 3-0 start. We need to come back to our core and remember who we are.
Yeah, I talked about parity earlier, and I think it's just something important for everybody to remember, if you're front office staff or a player, that don't get too overconfident or don't beat yourself up too much, because game by game, everything can change. Everything can turn out differently, especially as players, owners, GMs, like everybody's learning the league a little bit more, learning how to develop their teams, their players, their game plans, and with that evolution, I think we're going to see things change, especially compared to what we saw maybe over the first 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Players are getting better, coaches are getting better.
Taking 2 shots.
Hard to tell what's going to happen. I mean, Ohio started 0-3, but now we're back-to-back 100-point wins. Scored over 100.
Yeah, I think a 100-point win would be a record.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hear you. Yeah,
like,
Ohio definitely showing up, and that is the example, right, of a team where you're like, okay, this team doesn't have very much, and all of a sudden, they look incredible. And we look at this game here, and a lot of people, not thinking much of San Antonio, maybe. Well, this is absolutely going to change people's minds. The performance that we've seen on both sides of the court from them, the way that they were just able to shut down Oakland, as well as just transition and just pile up the points. It's been really fascinating to see.
Storm will get the steal. Over to Dynamite, just kind of casually bring it up court. In the lane, he'll get the foul. He'll head to the line. Yeah, we're seeing like the first 3 weeks is less and less parity, but now all of a sudden it's right back to the middle. We see Dallas, their team getting a win. We see Michigan losing, and New York getting the wins, and Portland.
Take a break.
All these games and teams are kind of like balancing each other back out now.
Yeah, absolutely. It's keeping things interesting, certainly, where you might be checking out a game and you expect one outcome, and then all of a sudden you get something completely different, and it keeps you guessing, and it keeps things interesting. And that's the beauty of the league, the way that everybody just kind of started off at the same point, and we're all trying to build our teams together at the same time, and you're seeing these differences come in where the player balances are going to start just playing themselves out. It's really the coaching and the guidance that you're giving to your players as they upgrade, as we see San Antonio again driving to the basket.
Yeah, a lot of fouls back to back. I can talk a bit about all this and parity within the league.
Yeah, at this point, I really would have liked and thought and honestly expected Oakland to be challenging a little bit more than what we've seen here in the fourth quarter. In the third, we saw them come back. They got it to within 15, and as you said earlier, they were down by 28. So to get it to that close, like, okay, can we keep clawing our way, get it a little bit closer? They just haven't been able to do it just yet.
Yeah, sometimes you spend so much energy to get it to that certain point, and then all of a sudden the subs come out, and now you got to play Tez Green and Carr again. And Stank corner 3, no good.
Beautiful quick release there from Stank. Couldn't get it to fall though in the corner.
Carr going coast to coast, no good, and Hayes missing the putback again. Bourne pop up midi, good.
Nice transition there for Oakland, and with Carr missing that layup, you got to wonder if some of those stars from San Antonio are starting to get a little bit tired, as they played some pretty long minutes there in the first half, especially.
As Stank comes up with another steal from Carr, Freeman coast to coast.
I am very pleased to see the pass to Freeman there, as I really thought Stank was going to try to take it all the way.
Yeah, it might have been calling it a little too soon. It's Tez Green, wide open corner shot, good. Okay, maybe Yeah, still, they're keeping it interesting, but
Yeah,
Santos still got a pretty solid grasp. But
and maybe Tez isn't as tired as maybe I was thinking.
he's been an Iron Man, played the entire first quarter and some, and Brony, too good.
Nice little offensive back and forth that we're seeing here.
See the score difference. Green 21 points on the night. Barr and Stank. Been a great matchup. And gone either way. Green in the screen. He'll drive in and puts up a shot. That's good again.
Yeah, Tez Green definitely carrying this team tonight, obviously, with 23 points overall and 10 in the paint.
Steal there.
And then another steal there. When it rains, it pours. But, even Tez...
Yeah, when it rains, it pours, as you can see.
Yeah, I mean, Tez Green came into this game scoring 10.5 points per game, and now you see him in the 20s. As we talked about earlier, playing the whole first quarter, part of the second quarter, and not taking a whole lot of rest this game because he has been that hot hand, and they are going to ride that as long as possible. And right now they're riding it to what could be a 20-point lead.
Yeah. Shot up, good. Timeout, Otters. Try to discuss things, maybe change things out. 3 minutes, 45 seconds to go. 19 points. Haven't cut it underneath. I think they cut it underneath 15 at all. Or it might have been 13 at once, but yeah, Tez Green, we were talking about him. Here you go. You see some of his highlights. Player of the game. He's been scoring, passing, defending. He's been electric and fun to watch. Definitely should be a player of the week nominee.
I would think so. Like, this has been an electrifying performance, and getting to the point where they didn't even want to take him off the court because he was so hot just this entire game.
Absolutely. Munoz, Brony, and that backcourt duo out there together. Clark loses the ball, fights for a car. You love to see that. Up 19, he's diving for it.
He is scrappy.
Brony, nice lane shot up, good. That shooting percentage is starting to level out, but Stampede, they only made 3 more shots. A lot of that's just their free throws. Dan, good defense.
Yeah, that free throw differential was massive as well.
Munoz in the corner, a couple fake passes. It's over to Clark, over to Freeman, to Brony, to Dan. Working the full court. Brony, 3, good.
Yeah, it might be too little, too late. Brony's finally lighting things up a little bit, coming from deep there.
And Brony is a pretty clutch player. So he's had to hit some big baskets, so maybe try to do something, but 2:30 to go. You're gonna have to really pressure them. It's Chambers. Drive in, dump off past a Carr, and does not get the and one, but we'll go to line for 2.
Carr did a nice job coming off the screen there. Found the open space in the lane. It was a good job of finding him open. Couldn't convert on the shot there, but again, drawing more fouls down low.
Yep. And San Antonio been pretty much complete control of this game. Their tempo, just running the floor and running Oakland out of this gym. Carr, it's his first shot.
Yeah, since the first quarter, Oakland hasn't been able to do much to keep up. So shout out to the 31 viewers that we still see hanging out with us tonight. And I've seen, what's been cool is I've seen representatives from all the teams in the league here. It seemed like I saw New York here, Portland, Ohio. Like, it's good to see the support and checking out each other's games.
Absolutely. Maybe some of it's to do a little bit of scouting, of course.
Perhaps.
Very competitive.
Perhaps. Maybe a little betting too, I'm going to imagine.
Yes. Munoz, good. 13-point games. Oakland's making this look respectable, and 2 minutes, it's still not impossible.
Still not impossible. Definitely trying to make it interesting.
Carr is telling the crowd to calm down. He's got this. He's driving in. Pass out to Chambers. Chambers will shoot up the 3. Nope, no good. Almost in. Dan. Brony, minute 40. Gotta be quick. Munoz loses the ball. Carr with it. Tez Green now. Back to Carr. For the Lloyd deep. Clark, I don't know why he's guarding him so far up. Green. Trying to drive in. It's the hoop. Shot up and no good. Munoz with the rebound.
Didn't convert there, but San Antonio did what they had to do to just drain that clock.
Absolutely. Munoz, nice lane and one.
Oh, give Munoz credit for that beautiful drop in there as he's getting hacked.
Yeah, I had to crash on the floor to cut this to a 10-point game. Minute 6. So, you know,
Mind the lane. Mind the lane.
score here.
One shot.
Have a lot of pressure. Force a couple turnovers. Gotta play this smart if you're San Antonio.
Absolutely play it smart, drain that clock as much as you can. The fact that we saw Oakland fight to get it within 11 here towards the end of the game, it's pretty incredible.
Crowd standing up. Carr driving in. Little step back to Green, wide open. We're good. Brony with the rebound. Surveying the floor. Still being patient with it. Munoz. Oh, had the... Puts it up and gets blocked by the backboard. Now blocked by Chambers. And Dan goes up and he draws the foul.
Interesting shot selection there. I don't mind going off the backboard, but at least on the correct side of it is what I'd prefer to see.
Right, as the coach can't believe what he's witnessing here. And shout out to Oakland for fighting hard that this whole second half. You'd like to see that, but also shout out to San Antonio for containing that lead. But a lot of pressure to go up by 20-some, actually, I'd say.
Yes. You look at the crowd as well. The San Antonio faithful hanging in here to the very end. Doesn't matter how big of a lead that they had. Nobody's ready to leave. They really want to celebrate with the team here as they look to pull off a big victory over Oakland.
Oh, yes. 11-point lead, 32 seconds. Dan missing his first shot. I'm up for a second. Does the basketball say gold standard on it? I think it does.
I did not notice it, but it wouldn't
I'd have to see
surprise
it
me.
again. I'd have to see it again.
Yes,
My
it does,
goodness.
apparently.
Every time I watch this game, I see something new.
It's the little things that just make the biggest difference.
Oh, it's Carr shooting that gold standard ball. Good.
Yeah, Carr said, game, I got this.
Yeah. 15 points, 18 seconds. Clark putting it up, gets blocked by Hayes.
Bam, bam, again.
Injury here. 15 seconds. Go. Lisak taking his time checking it in. Clark, Brony, 3, no good. And Green, fitting that Green gets the rebound at the end. He'll throw out this clock.
Padding his
still
stat
tagging.
sheet at this point.
So that'll be the game. San Antonio 89, Oakland 76. Some great GSP action. Rusty and Izzo here in the booth. We'll check out some stats momentarily.
Basketball fans, thanks for making this game.
Shout out to everyone joining us here tonight.
And we hope
Great
to see
game.
you back soon.
All right. Let's see some stats here. Handing out. Anything stand out to you? Or
I mean, you look at, let's see, 3-point percentage, the foul shots, of course. Points in the paint, fairly even. The fast break points, the 10 points difference there. We talked a lot about San Antonio running in transition. Oakland, every once in a while, you saw it. Defensive rebounds, San Antonio stood out as well. It's those second chance points, 8-0 as well. Like, the thing to call out is how well Oakland appears to be on the stat sheet with the bench points at 42 to 28. The assists are up there. The offensive rebounds are up there. If you just looked at the stats, you'd think it would be a lot closer game than what it was. But the
Yeah,
difference
absolutely.
being those 3-pointers and the free throws. Like it was a big lead for San Antonio throughout, but you can't discount those free throws. Both teams get into the foul line about the same, but San Antonio is able to convert a lot more frequently, and then draining twice as many 3-pointers. Like there's your difference right there.
Absolutely. We'll see some player scores now. I'll run through San Antonio. Tez Green with a 26-point game, 6 assists, a steal, and a rebound. 9 for 14 shooting, and 6 of his 7 free throws. Been fantastic.
Let's call out that PRF at 40.
Oh yeah, yeah.
40.
He was a menace out there. Jim Carr with 16 and 2 assists. He had 6 turnovers, so definitely room to improve. But I mean, 5 for 9 shooting, 3 or 4 for threes. Can't complain too much, I suppose. Percy Cooper with 15 points, a rebound, assist, steal, and a block. He was a little bit of everything today. 6 for 10 shooting. Ryston finishes with 12 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist. Chambers, 7 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. Bam Bam Hayes. Loved his game today. 4 points, 8 rebounds, 2 steals, and 4 blocks. What a defensive nightmare he was. Willie Davis with 4 points, 7 rebounds, and a block. Snyder, 3 points, and 3 assists. Anthony Stover, 2 points, 6 rebounds, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. And then Shane Lloyd playing that role perfectly. 0 shot attempts at all, but guys, 10 rebounds, staying on average with an assist, and 3 steals. So run us through Oakland.
Yeah, so Javier Munoz, one of the leading scorers here with 14 points. He had 4 boards with 5 assists, 2 steals, and a block. So filled up the stat sheet himself with 25 points that he was responsible for. Odd enough also coming in with 14 points and had a rebound. Jabroni with 13 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, and a couple of steals. 3 turnovers, though. You don't like to see that from one of your top scorers. Also somebody who averages 15 a game, coming in with 13 on the 5 for 11 shooting. You need a little bit more there. Lisak coming in with 8 points and 7 boards, 2 assists, a steal, and a block. Stank, another one of their leading scorers that typically scores around 15, only came up with 7 points this go around with 2 boards, 2 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks. So did a lot of everything else as well. Only put up 6 shots, hit half of them, 3 for 6 shooting overall and 1 for 3 from 3-point range. But Stank usually gets a few more points that Oakland is definitely leaning on. Monty Clark with 6 points, 2 boards, had 1 turnover as well. Javed Storm, 5 points, 8 boards, and a couple of steals. Jason Bourne, 4 points, 4 rebounds, and a block of his own. And Black Dynamite with 3 points, a rebound, 3 assists. Freeman wrapping things up with 2 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists for Oakland.
And so there you have it. Some great plays. You know, a lot of good takeaways you can still have from Oakland. Any final thoughts or messages?
Huge congratulations to San Antonio. Right down I-35 from me. But great game. They came in with a fantastic game plan and slowed down this Oakland team the way that nobody else has been able to do. You give credit to Oakland for fighting and scrapping and trying to make it close there at the end, but San Antonio was just not letting their foot off their throats and just was able to put it away. So beautiful game from San Antonio. You got to give them and their coaching staff a lot of credit for what they were able to figure out and do in this game.
Absolutely. So congrats, San Antonio. I'll end your games for tonight. GSB action. Been Rusty and Pizzo in the booth. Shout out to Nighthawk, but I love you, the viewer. Have a great night.